We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 70 ending. 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming, baby.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. And read. 54. Mike, 54. Now watch one. Switch ball.
2nd and 13. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed is checked.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got nothing today.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 16, Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And it's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
The 1st down run yards. It's 2nd down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you.
And he's going to go down again. Season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're going to need some therapy.
1st and 10 at the 29.
Check.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Mike 35.
2nd and 9 now. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Begin.
Back north. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Zoo.
On first down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Started the second as they've got it with a second down coming up. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to go for... And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Yeah. Ball trot. Mike 35, Mike 35. I'm coming. 35's the Mike.
Second and 11. He'll try and run it. He's got room to run past the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, here's Breida. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And an alley to run. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Mike 54. Mike, go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Check Mike 57. Mike, cut up. Coming to you.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Elliott a first down and more. And a cutback. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number one. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive...
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Record.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Silver. Check safety. Switch. Check. Switch gears. Shift. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that Darius, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, watch it. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
52. Yo.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turn the ball over back to their offense, and try to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. chip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm scared. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 54.
They'll drop the throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 79 yards. As they are an extra point away now. Point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On second down now. It's Elliott. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing to be unlucky. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So come up here on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 81 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over. Run you over. Check 3, check 3.
They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Down of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Mike spot 4.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Yeah. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
They'll try and throw for it. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And some room to roam now. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great.